Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
We are celebrating our nation's birth with Italian food this morning. Good morning on THV 11 Plus. I'm Hayden Balgaby.
And I'm Karen Fuller. It's always a good time for Italian food.
I'm meteorologist Tracy Bean.
Good morning. I'm Ashley King. And of course, we're checking traffic this morning. This is the time of day at 7:01 when things just start to pick up. But as we've seen, I think most people
holiday week.
Right. It's been super light. I think people are vacationing.
I just saw a snail on 630 going by Fair Park.
The truth.
Faster than the
faster
traffic.
than the traffic going right now. I mean, it looks, maybe it's just on the way back to the zoo.
Right. Did you go to the zoo yesterday?
I didn't go to the zoo yesterday, no. We actually thought about it, but they went to the splash pad out in Maumelle. Took advantage of the heat.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Well, you can go to the zoo today because you go just about every day.
We go quite a bit. I mean, probably, honest to goodness, probably 3 times a week. We're usually there too. But
Tanner he will memorize.
Well, it was too hot, and then it cooled down just enough where that humidity got a little lower. And now traffic's light, so today's probably the day.
Today is a good day, and I have grown children, and we all like to go to the zoo. It's always a good time. Yeah, we're looking at I-30 right now. This is the Alexander exit where we start to see traffic pick up first in the mornings. This is usually the first spot where the volume starts to increase, and it's moving right along this morning just like everywhere else. If we are going to see a lot of traffic this morning, it's going to be on those main interstates like Interstate 30 and Interstate 40 because a lot of people are traveling to celebrate the holiday weekend. In fact, AAA says that about 61.6 million people are going to be traveling by car this July 4th weekend. And that's up about 2% from last year. So expect to see a lot of people on the roads if you're on 40 or 30. But here in Little Rock, in the metro area, we're seeing that there's not a lot going on, although since last time I checked, there has been an accident that has popped up. This is exit 161 in North Little Rock. It looks like it's impacting the right shoulder, travel westbound, but we're not seeing an increase in traffic there too much right now. So we'll get another look at that coming up. Let's check the drive times into downtown Little Rock from Conway, Dave Ward exit, 22 minutes, 19-minute drive from Benton Alcoa exit, and from Cabot, you're looking about a 20-minute drive into downtown Little Rock. So we'll keep you up to date on this as you're enjoying the beautiful view and this beautiful weather as you're driving in this morning. Tracy, it looks like it's going to be a great weekend.
It is. Everyone wants to know about that 4th of July weekend forecast, so I thought I'd go ahead and start with that this morning. For tomorrow, we could see an isolated storm, and that's going to be the case through the weekend, but again, not widespread, and if you see anything, it'll be quick and out of here, and that's mainly going to be in the afternoons. Looking for those temperatures to really start to rise up as well. Rain showers will get a little bit more widespread as we're heading into Sunday, but again, just make sure you're staying hydrated, and it's going to be a great day for your Friday. Again, we're looking for that high around 94, starting to see those dew points go up, which means the humidity's going up, but plenty of sunshine. Again, can't rule out that isolated shower, but overall, I think it's going to be just fine. Overall, today we're looking for a high of 92. As we're heading into the next few days, we'll continue to see those temperatures really starting to ramp up into those mid to upper 90s and feel a little bit more July-ish. And of course, that means it's going to feel a little warmer too. We'll talk more about this steamy forecast and exactly how hot it's going to feel coming up.
Breaking overnight, House Republicans advanced President Trump's massive $3 trillion spending bill, but it came with plenty of tension and drama.
At one point, it even looked like the bill may stall, but after hours of delays and last-minute negotiations, several Republican holdouts eventually flipped from no to yes votes.
It was Arkansas Congressman Steve Womack presiding over the chamber overnight, but the bill is not approved just yet.
Jared Hill reports on the final vote expected today, plus new reaction from the president.
The resolution is adopted.
A marathon procedural vote on the House floor finally closed after several Republicans switched from no votes early this morning. House Speaker Mike Johnson now optimistic the GOP's massive tax and spend bill could pass today.
We'll be voting, I think, by early morning.
Overnight, President Trump railed against the holdup on social media, posting, "For Republicans, this should be an easy yes vote. Ridiculous," adding, "MAGA is not happy, and it's costing you votes." The nearly 900-page bill will preserve the 2017 Trump tax cuts, provide tax relief on tips and overtime pay, and increase border and defense spending.
The one big, beautiful bill delivers for the American people.
But it also was estimated to add trillions to the deficit, a sticking point for fiscally conservative Republican holdouts. It also makes steep cuts to health and nutrition programs for low-income Americans like Medicaid and SNAP, an issue for some moderates in the GOP and for House Democrats.
This so-called big, beautiful bill is nothing but a big, ugly betrayal.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says President Trump is making calls this morning after he already met with some GOP members at the White House yesterday, all in a mad dash to get the bill across the finish line by his July 4th deadline. Jared Hill, CBS News.
That budget bill would strip away key health benefits for immigrants, including refugees who legally resettled in the U.S. after helping American forces overseas. The Senate version cuts Medicaid, food assistance, and Affordable Care Act subsidies for most immigrants without green cards, including Afghans, Ukrainians, or victims of war or trafficking. Advocates warn the changes could overwhelm hospitals and force states to either cover the shortfall or drop Medicaid expansion altogether, affecting both immigrant families and low-income citizens.
And there is local reaction to the budget bill, which is set to knock tens of thousands of Arkansans off Medicaid if approved.
Some healthcare workers here in the state are pushing back on the bill, and THV 11's Tamer Knight is here to show us how it could impact hospitals and patients statewide. Good morning, Tamer.
Well, good morning, Karen and Hayden. If the president's so-called big, beautiful bill passes the House, hospitals in Arkansas could be forced to make some big, tough cuts. Health advocates say the proposed Medicaid changes would cost jobs and access to health care. The bill will extend the president's 2017 tax cuts and eliminate taxes on tips and overtime. But to counteract the costs, it calls for deep cuts to Medicaid. That includes new work requirements and a freeze on provider taxes, which helps many small hospitals stay afloat. Neil Reeves with the Arkansas Nurses Association just recently spent time in Washington lobbying against the plan.
So roughly a third of our state is on Medicaid and stand to potentially be affected by any kind of cuts. And some of the cuts could be something as simple as they're putting a pause on some of the provider taxes, meaning there's no increase. We may see providers shut their doors. We may see hospitals shut their doors because financially they just can no longer survive.
Now, more than 800,000 Arkansans are currently on Medicaid. Reeves says the new 6-month recertification rule could leave many without coverage. The ripple effect: fewer staff, more job losses, and reduced services, with concerns for those in rural communities. Now, again, the bill is up for a final vote in the House later today, and many healthcare workers in Arkansas will be watching it very closely. But for now, Tamer Knight, THV 11 News.
And it will certainly become law not too long from now. All right, Tamer, thank you. Crime in Little Rock continues to trend downward, according to city officials. Mayor Frank Scott Jr. says overall crime is down 19% from the city's 5-year average, with violent crime down 12%. He credits targeted patrols, tech upgrades, community outreach, and mental health crisis teams. Homicides have also dropped sharply over the past 2 years after hitting a record high of 82 in 2022.
If FEMA denied or underpaid your disaster assistance from the March or April storms, you still have options. You can file an appeal within 60 days after the date you received your decision letter. FEMA does urge you to read that decision letter carefully and include supporting documents like repair estimates or receipts, property titles, a completed appeal form, your FEMA application number on every page, and you can submit that appeal online, in mail, or by person. For more tips or to speak with someone, you can call the FEMA helpline. The number is here at the bottom of your screen, 800-621-FEMA. That's 800-621-3362.
At CHI St. Vincent in Little Rock, a growing mission to fight food insecurity is hitting even closer to home by supporting their own staff.
It's called Feed Thy Neighbor, a food pantry created by coworkers for coworkers, and it's now serving hundreds of employees every week.
It began as a small effort of just handing out extra meals from the hospital cafeteria. Now it has grown into a full-scale operation.
And thanks to a partnership with the Arkansas Food Bank, the pantry now looks more like a mini grocery store. It has frozen meals, canned goods, fresh produce, and more.
1 in 5 Arkansans are food insecure. That is, in a room of 10 people, probably 2 people. And so being able to have that right where they're working, they're not having to take an extra step outside of work to receive help, it's been incredible.
The pantry opens twice a week and serves around 400 employees each time with no income checks, no questions asked.
It's all about dignity and support. Coworkers helping coworkers when they need it the most.
Right now, let's turn to Ashley King and get a check of the roads out there this morning.
Hey, Karen, we've been talking about how light traffic is for this July 4th weekend. A lot of people have already taken off work. We've seen very light traffic, but there is an accident that we're looking at right now. As you can see, this is on I-40. Westbound is where the accident is. It is on the shoulder right now. You see the 18-wheeler there, and we have law enforcement that have the lights on too to alert people. Remember, if you see a vehicle on the shoulder, whether it's police, a tow truck, or a stalled car, or 18-wheeler like we're seeing right now, move over if you can, or at least slow down. It is the law and it can save lives. And we're seeing that a lot of people, because of the traffic, aren't always able to get over. But we want to make sure that if you can, you do get over. We are looking at the map right now with the Metro, besides that one accident there, which is at the Galloway exit, by the way, I-40 westbound. And we saw that 18-wheeler is on the shoulder, so not really slowing things down too much. But no other accidents in the Metro. And as far as our drive times go into downtown Little Rock, it's looking pretty good from Jacksonville. An 18-minute drive from Chenal Rawling Road, that's right around the promenade. It'll take you about 15 minutes to get downtown, and from Lone Oak, a 25-minute drive. So keep it up. Things are looking pretty good. If you're about to head out, shouldn't take you long. Really no delays, and the weather's beautiful too.
Yeah, it's gotten better. We had a few little light showers this morning here in southern Arkansas. We're still seeing some of that, but you can see a lot of the cloud cover is beginning to push away, but we could see a little resurgence of a shower as we're heading into the afternoon. Taking a look here at our radar, again, most of that activity is to our south. If you are in the areas of Arkadelphia, Star City, Dumas, Fordyce, Daisy, Mount Ida, even maybe possible Hot Spring area, you are seeing a few of those showers, but nothing severe, which is good news, and we'll take any rain that we can get. 79 currently in central Arkansas, still seeing those more humid conditions here in the southern portion of the state. Today, hour by hour, again, plenty of sunshine. Again, I mentioned we could see a little stray showers. We're heading into the afternoon, looking for that high today around 93, 94. It's going to feel closer to 100. We're going to start to feel and definitely see that humidity rising as we're heading into that holiday weekend. We'll talk more about that forecast coming up and what you can expect next week. It's going to be hot.